Hello everybody and welcome to another Transformers third party review. With my recently found love for the Iron Factory products, I decided to go back and find the Iron Factory EX01, their first product they made. This is the Dino armor and rifle set for the For the Cybertron Grimlock. Thanks to my good friend Ian as well for hooking me up with the Grimlock for a great price. Man, I didn't realise how hard this guy was to get these days. The upgrade set is basically to fill in the gaps and to make him somewhat bulkier and almost a G1-esque look to our For the Cybertron Grimlock. Without further ado, let's get this out of the box. The accessories we get in the pack includes these two sections here which do split. They form the underside of the Dino mode. We get new weapons. There's a couple of guns here which again do split. And we also get some very, very small ball jointed sections to hold everything together. We have three variation modes with this set. The classic mode looks like there will be a little bit of parts forming if we take that off. You split this in half and you take some of the hinges out. And the T-Rex mode looks like you'll be able to keep that on for the entire transformation. So first of all, I'm going to start with the classics mode and then we'll try the T-Rex mode. For the classics mode, you want to open up this section, slide this all the way out, and you want to just pop the ball joint off there and do the same with this side. And you're going to put this section to one side for now. You then want to come into this ball joint and you've got this open socket here. That's going to slide in like so. With the other side, come in, slide that in like so. And if you look to the outer section, you've got this hole. This hole, we're going to slide in these very small ball sections. So put one on that side and one over onto this side, like so. I'm going to come around to the back of your Grimlock, and you know the arms that just keep falling off? Yeah, we're going to use those. You want to just pop those onto that ball joint, and then the socket that we added, that's going to go onto the existing peg on the back of Grimlock. Here he is in his classic transformation. Basically, it looks very much like the G1 toy with those wings hanging over the back. These sections are meant to be flipped down, and if you notice, it does droop a little. The ball joints are a little bit loose on these. Obviously, that's easy to rectify with a little bit of Pledge Future Shine, or whatever you want to call it, just a little bit of a clear nail polish remover or something in those. But this is a very G1-esque wing mode there with the hands facing upwards. It looks okay-ish. Problem comes when you want to transform it. You try transforming him with the classics mode on, you're going to end up with your arms at the bottom here, and basically they say just pop the arms off, pop these sections off, and just have him in his regular Dino mode. Now I don't like parts forming. I don't like the kits that have to be taken off then taken back on again. So we're going to take this kit off. I'm going to put it on how they designed it to in the original Dino mode. First step is to put this section back together on the original hinges, and make sure you take the two plugs and put the arms back on Grimlock. To install the kit in his robot mode, flip up the Dino head and just pop that up and out of the way for now. You see there's these two holes here. If we split this open, there's these two sections here. They're going to slide into those holes. It is designed to be spot on. Slide that in like so. There we go. And they can just pull down and out of the way. There we go. It slides to the side, slides to the side. The head still does fit into that gap there. And we can just pull them up and bend that section down like so. So it now hangs behind the arm. You've got a lot of movement there. We can bring in his double gun. Can I put that in his hand? That's a lovely G1 nod. And then I'm going to put his shield on his arm like so, and there we have it, fully fitted. I think it does so much for the figure. It really does. I love the For the Cybertron Grimlock, but it wasn't without its faults. It was very, very hollow, and I think this kind of just beefs him out in his bot mode. The gun is a little bit loose in his hand, which is strange because it is actually just a 5mm peg. It does wobble around a little bit in there, but it was their first kit they made, and it makes such a difference. It just gives him some bulk. I'm not embarrassed to display him now with my Planet X Dino bots. Transformation with this guy is super easy. Flip up the head, pull that section up so it's up and out of the way, and now you've got all this space freed up. You want to just straighten out these sections on both sides, straighten that out, straighten that out. Basically they're just going to flip up, and as you flip those up there's a tab just here and a tab just there. That's going to tab in and locate, and you're going to work this hinge downwards, and again with this side that's going to flip up. It's going to tab in and locate, and just work this hinge around and down, straighten these sections up, and these are just going to tab together and together, and that's just going to sit in there, and then we can just sort out our legs, get those folded in, and transform the tail. Here he is with the chest plate on. It really does fill that gap and void in there, and mine doesn't really stay in super successfully because I've got the leg joints there. I generally keep popping the legs out a little bit further, which then does pop the chest down a little bit. But it looks so much better. It really does. The actual colour matching they've done is really good. The plastic quality isn't quite as good as what we got from Hasbro, but they have painted up with the swirls in the grey. The gold is very close to the gold used in the legs. Very good. The grey paint itself, again, is very similar. You can store the guns on the underside here and the 5mm pegs, but it does look like he's got nipple guns. Not a fan of nipple guns. But yes, it does make a huge difference. It does really not want to stay, does it? It does not want to stay under there. But it does really fill that void, and it gives us a much deeper, beefier looking Grimlock. And here he is with the rest of the Planet X dinos. I think it helps, it really does. It bulks him out and makes him look a little bit more of a leader compared to the other guys. He's not quite as embarrassed to be seen with them. It's good for 20 odd bucks from Sirtoys. I think if you've got the For the Cybertron figure, then it's a must for the actual figure. I think it does make the world of difference. And I'm going to be displaying my Grimlock with these dinos until they release their own version. But until then, he does tick the boxes and he fits in extremely nicely. Thanks again to Sirtoys, and big thank you to Ian for helping me out with the Grimlock. Until next time, guys, I hope you found this video useful. If you have, give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you check out Benscollectables.com. And until next time, from myself and the EX01 Dino Armour and Rifle, goodbye.